What for Talking Town is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Hold up, fellas. I don't think we've quite understood what I'm talking about here. We've gone years in the UK without using the right tools for the job. Long gone are the days of a razor blade in the mirror. No more shall we look like Sideshow Bob down there. Manscaped have redesigned the electric trimmer. Their engineering team have perfected the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created and have just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 in the UK. Their third generation trimmer features a cutting edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents because nobody wants a bloodbath in the bathroom. Did I tell you it's got waterproof technology so you can dim those lights, get yourself in the shower and groom to your heart's content? Whatever you do, however you do it with Manscaped's Lawnmower 3.0. And don't forget, you can get 20% off and free delivery with the code TT. Manscaped.com. Make your testes their besties. Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to another Talking Town transfer talk special. That's right, done deal. It has been confirmed. Again, a lot like a lot of the transfers we've been completing over the last 48 hours. Worst kept secret. We all knew it was in the bag. We all knew it was a matter of time and just getting that video and a scarf picture out there, but it's done. He has arrived. A left back has arrived from Wednesday on a free transfer. Looking forward to grabbing some thoughts from the host of Wednesday Till I Die podcast, Jamie. First of all, bringing him in because we're a bit of a time deadline here. As Colin says, today is a real football day. Full stop. And it is. We've got England at 4:30. One of our guests, Jamie, he's going out with ex-player Giles Coke at 4:15. So we've got to get moving on this one. Bringing him in is our hard truth expert, cruncher, Richard Moss. How you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
Very well. You're used to the name drops. It's usually you. But Jamie going out at 4:15 with Giles Coke.
Like I said in the WhatsApp group, I remember sitting on, I went to the end of season players do at Milsom's. We had Brett Pittman on the table and we had Giles Coke. And I'll tell you what, Martin, he might not have played many games for us, but he was absolutely top draw.
Well, Jamie, hopefully he's going to work some magic, get him on the show for us. And we've got some stories galore, apparently. James Warren Elmer, one of the best signings well, I think he means alongside Evans. He's so happy as James. Before I bring Jamie in to get the lowdown from a Wednesday perspective on what we can expect, first of all, obviously, we'll get the administration out of the way. Hello, Matt Penney joining on a free transfer, 2-year deal with an option of 1 more year. He's 23, so, young. Played for Wednesday. What are your thoughts before we bring Jamie in? What are you expecting?
I don't know a lot about him, Martin, to be honest. He was on loan. He's Bradford, Mansfield. There's a great goal. If you go on, Luke Penning's put a clip on his YouTube channel when he was at St. Pauli that he scored in Germany. Great left-footed strike from about 25 yards. Look, he's at a good age. He needs to come to the town and he needs to really make a mark, doesn't he? Because I listened to his interview on the club website and he needs to play football. He's played 22 games, 10 sub-appearances at Wednesday. He's been there since he was 8 years old. And he's probably like some of our youngsters, Martin. They need to go to another club and sort of go away from that comfort zone and make a mark at a different football club. But I think, look, he's obviously got something to prove. I back the manager, he's quite astute, him and Mark Ashton, and they know what they're looking for. Left-sided, I think left back, he said, is his favourite position. He can also play wing back and left midfield. So, okay. Yeah.
Well, Tweedy says, Kenlock's replacement, question mark. Well, let's bring in Jamie and get those answers or those questions answered. Jamie, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. For those that don't know, Jamie is the host of Wednesday Till I Die, one of the biggest Sheffield Wednesday podcasts there are. So welcome. How you doing?
Not bad, mate. Are you?
I'm okay. So 6th summer signing. How many have Wednesday made so far?
None. The thing is, we went at a minute. So the thing is, when we went down, you're looking at it now. When you go down, and normally there's a bit of optimism. You know what? We've done it before, so we'll go down. We'll sign all these crap players from League Two that want to be at a big League One team, whatever. But it's not like that. A minute. Players that have been paid for ages. We had that points deduction last year. We're getting rid of players we didn't want to see go, but we're not signing anyone. No one's been played in ages, and we've just gone on a pre-season tour to Wales, and they're all booked in a 5-star hotel on a golf course. So fuck knows what's going off at our club. But talking about Matt Penney, he's a good signing for you. I'm telling you now, he's a very good signing. So he's a player that when he were at Wednesday, like 2 years ago when we were playoff fight, 2 years ago when we've been in playoff semis like a season before or whatever, he's struggling to push into the squad. We've got Fernando Forestieri, Lucas Jow, we've got Gary Hooper, Barry Bannon, Kevin Lee, this midfield, Ross Wallace, that you can't break into a squad like that. It was impossible. But when he did, he made an impact. And he played, I can always remember a game he played against Villa, and he was class. So every manager that's come since, why aren't you playing Penny? Why aren't you playing Penny? Why aren't you playing Penny? But then this season, to be fair, when he's come in, he didn't play very well. He weren't. You say left back. This is what's, as a Wednesday fan, you won't see him as a left back. He's in between left back and left mid. He's a very attacking player, and it's his defensive side of the game what lets him down a bit, because he's that far forward most of the time. You sort of need cover sort of thing with him. But in this division, he'd have been one at first names every Wednesday fan would have had on list to keep 100%. But it's about wages. It's about a new fresh start and all this. And we see him as a kid. The thing is with some of these players like Matt Penney, we still see him as a kid. He's 23 now. He's been on loan. That goal you're on about Germany, he's gone to Sao Paulo, and it was a banging goal, unreal goal, and he's made an impact out in Germany. He's played in front of 50, 60,000 people here. He's come back. When he's come back, there's just so much negativity around at Wednesday. I wouldn't want to stay anyway if I were him. But at the same time, it's a big club for him to go to, at Ipswich. And it could be big, mate. It could be very, very good for you. Very good.
So you say his defensive side of the game is something he needs to really work on. 23, still a lot of development there. So do you think he'll play more of a left winger in a 4-2-3-1? Has he got that in his bag, or is he going to be a primarily attacking left back who's developing his defensive side, do you feel?
The thing is, mate, you say he's defensive like side of the game, but in League One, it's not Championship with players that we're coming up against. So with Wednesday last season, you're picking up on everything, because we're not near top of league, so he could have a good game, but then he could make one little mistake at back, and then we'll lose 1-0, and he's cost us for goal. So you're pinpointing that mistake, if you know what I mean. So it's a lot of like he's going to provide a lot more goals than he concedes. Put it that way, he can score a goal. He's got a very good left foot on him. He's got a great cross on him. It's just like at back. It's not even that he's bad at back. It's not even that he's bad. It's just that if you had to say anything about him, he's classing him as a left back that I don't really see him as. He's more. I'd build the left side around him. If you've got a left midfielder there already, I'd get him at left back, and he's got a lot of potential. He has got something to prove, and he's one of them where he's either going to be unbelievable or he's going to be average. You don't know what was up behind the scenes. You don't know why Wednesday signed him. Why Wednesday done everything to sign him. Might have a bad attitude. You don't know. You don't know, dear, until.
What do you think? Obviously, from your perspective, you sit on the Wednesday side of the fence. You see him week in, week out. You hear the whispers around a football club. Is it a player you think the club tried to keep, or did? If not, why not?
I don't think we did. But you'll know what it's like as an Ipswich fan. There'll be a player that you want to see all the time, and you're like, why aren't you playing him? Why aren't you playing him? Why aren't you playing this player? But then they see him every day in training. The manager sees him every day in training. And there's a reason they're not playing him. So we've had, like, you know what it was like last year at Wednesday. We had flipping Tony Pulis for 9 games. We had Gary Monk at start. Then we had our interim manager coming to assistant. Then we've had Darren Moore. And he's never, ever been a solid starter. He's never been in squad for more than 2 or 3 games on trot. And there's a reason for it. Don't know why, because he's got the potential. But it's either the attitude or it's that he's not good enough. But then again, that's Championship. That within the Championship. And then he's trying to get in the squad before, like, Adam Reach. And it's not going to happen. So when we've gone down, we've let Adam Reach go, we've let all these players go. We've managed to keep all the Bannon so far, which will be instrumental towards this season. But yeah, he's going to be a good player. He's definitely a player that I'd have kept. Like, we've let about 10 players go. He'd have been in top 3 that I'd have kept.
Okay, Crunch.
It's a low risk signing, isn't it? Really, when you're saying, look, listening to you, it's nice to hear a fan from another club, because a lot of times when a player goes to another club, they'll say he's not really. You know what fans are like. It's nice to hear you say, and he's a good player. And I think, look, Martin, it's a low risk signing, free transfer. He's got 2 years. He seems like he's young. He's got potential. He can improve. So it's a no-brainer. If it doesn't work out, like all the signings we made, not everyone's going to come off, but this is low risk. It's low risk signing.
It's a no-brainer for a team. Like, I'm looking at it, we've gone down. I'm looking at it now, and you're thinking, like, this teams in this division, like Ipswich, Portsmouth, Wednesday, Sunderland, like even Rotherham, even though they're not a big club, like there's some hard teams in this division. And as you know, it's a bounce back from. I've been to Ipswich loads of time. I went to Ipswich, Portman Road, first game of the season about 10 years ago when we were 4-0 down at half time. I don't know if you remember that, but Wednesday we were 4-0 down at half time, and it's always been a dodgy place to go. And then obviously recently.
Did you go for any Jeffers? Was that when Jeffers was playing for you?
No, it weren't. Let's not talk about him. But it were Leon Clark scored a goal for us, but it were always a tough place to go. And then it's slowly gone from how quickly things change. Like Sheffield United were in League One 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Then they were fifth in Premier League when we were going down to League One. Then Barnsley are going to League One, and now they're in playoffs. It's just mad how things change. But at the same time, there's a lot of big teams in this division, and for teams like Ipswich, Wednesday, Sunderland, that's why it's hard to get out of, because all these other teams, it's their cup final. And then you look at teams coming up this year from League Two, and they're not shitty teams like Bolton, like another big team that's a hard away day, things like that. So it's going to be a tough season, like, but what we just got to do what best we can, haven't we? But yeah, just going back to Penney, he's a good player, he's a good signing. I wish I could sit here and just be like, yeah, he's crap, but he's not. He's a good player. Brilliant.
Whoa, that's good enough for me. I'm conscientious of the time, because I know you've got Giles Coates turning up at your front door at any moment. I mean, that's just awesome. But very quickly, we are live at 4:30 for the England game pre-game show. What are your thoughts of England in sort of 6 seconds to 2 minutes, Jamie? What are you feeling ahead of tonight's game?
Well, I think if we can get to 80th minute winning 8-0, there's a chance of us winning 8-7. I think we've just got to try and get to 80th minute 8-0 up so that we just hold on. But yeah, joking aside, I fancy England. We need to start Grealish. I don't know why we're not. Like I was saying to you before we started, since Owen and Rooney in our days, since our sort of age, there's not been anyone that's made me stand up off my seat and get excited about watching England like he does. So it's I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But this is just an England thing to do, to go and lose today when it's best chance we've ever had of winning out. So we'll see. But my prediction's 2-0 England.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Jamie from Wednesday Till I Die. Check it out on YouTube and Twitter. Again, Jamie, thanks ever so much. Cruncher, I'll see you in 15 minutes.
Good luck.
Cheers, Jamie.
Bye, man. Cheers, Jamie.